Afternoon, welcome back to Fox Speed Shop here, and today we're just going to do a short, I suppose you'd call it a bit of a restoration blog, a garage blog, just talking about where we are with the cars and some of the work that we're doing. So first of all, flip the camera around there. We have, well, it looks enormous in that picture, we have the hood, the bonnet for the shoebox Ford, which I need to strap to the top of the Volvo and take across to my other garage. Little blue Fiat out there, we need to stick a battery in there, so this one got a little bit low over the winter, a little bit sulfurization on some of the plates there, so I've done a battery refresh on that and got that back up to speed, so we're going to stick that into the car. Unfortunately we got a little chip over winter there. Bit awkward doing this one-handed. But it all looks relatively tidy in there now. And we've got functional windscreen wipers too, which is always a bonus. And nice new chrome washers as well. Other than that, not much of an update on this one. The interior is back in, but it's still the old interior, so it needs retrimming. Did a little bit of a wheel alignment at the front, so at the very least now they both point in the same direction as you're going forwards, and there's no more wild wobbling of the steering wheel. So to mark the end of this stage of the project, i.e. the car actually being running and driving, thought I'd finally get around to reinstalling the chassis plate. So as standard, these were held in by these weird little rubber bungs, so what I've decided to do is pop rivet them back in. If you don't really know what a pop rivet is, it's a blind rivet like this, so get that out there. You don't have to get on the back end to hammer that into a rivet shape. What happens is you have a little rivet setting tool, little gun like that, whatever you want to call it, and it pulls on this metal bar here, and it pulls the end of the rivet in, and then it snaps this metal bar off inside there, leaving you with a nicely riveted in piece of metal without having to get around to the back side of it. So we'll try and line this up. Get the tool in here. Can't really do this one-handed, let's just stop that for a second. So as you can see, it snaps the head off there, and you're left with a nice rivet in place there. Do the other one in a second. So there we go, chassis plate fully installed. Now that should have been a nice end to this story, and we should have gone off happily driving into the sunset. However, this project update seems not to be finished, because if we just take a step around the back here, step over the manifolds for the V8, which are just off to be vapor blasted. We'll have an episode on that. Went to fire it up the other day and no start. Those of you that know these cars will realise this is perhaps the sign why there was no start, as it's decided it wants to blow a head gasket and puff all of its compression out the sides of the head. So these are pressure relief valves designed specifically for when the head gasket goes, so that all of the nasty vapours don't get blown out of here and into the cabin. So they are designed to do that. They are pressure relief valves. So unfortunately it means I'm going to have to take the head off, and we're going to have to look and see what's happened to that gasket. Obviously it is shot. I suspect it's probably my fault, as I didn't really go round and do what I said I was going to do and retighten those head bolts down after I had it up to temperature, and it has come up and down quite a few times whilst we've been doing some running in. So you live and learn. We'll whip that out, have a little look at it, and then we will get it back on the road and we'll finish this update with a nice little drive. So having taken it out of the car, you can see pretty much where it failed there. Clearly blew through and blew through there, which actually corresponds to roughly here on the head, between the two end studs that run through here and here. Now when I checked the head before I removed it, actually these two bolts were slightly loose, so I suspect what's happened is that the head has come loose on the corners there, and it's allowed the combustion pressure to blow out from here and here, which is why the gasket failed at both those points. Fully a schoolboy error by me, because I got distracted by doing lots of other jobs, and after it got up to temperature I never bothered torquing them back down again. So stuck a new gasket in, completely redoing the job now, this time exactly as per the book. So torqued it all down, removed all of the tinware, loosened the exhaust bolts to the block there, so that as the gasket compresses, the head can actually move down with nothing stopping it or holding it up. So I'll run it up to temperature for about 20 minutes and then we'll re-torque it down, and fingers crossed that should be it for now. So we've put it all back together again, and just kind of tightened up the tinware, and now what we'll do is we'll give it a little test start. First one, since it's all been put back together. Would take it for a drive, except if I sit around. I'm incredibly lazy and I really just can't be bothered to move the cars. So we'll just see how she fires up. We have a nice little key ring now, courtesy of Autobella. Send that through as a freebie. Nice one. So let's give this a go. Little smidge of choke. Clearly didn't give that quite enough choke. Hasn't been run for a couple of days. There we go. Generator light goes out. And comes off choke relatively quickly. So once again, thanks for watching. And if you enjoy what we're putting out, you enjoy the Fiat, enjoy the shoebox stuff, then please hit us up with a like, hit us up to subscribe, and send me any messages or comments you like. Take care, night night, till the next time, bye bye.